Yuno Hanaki! Did you know that our souls are connected by fate? What do you know? I am Yuno Hanaki from production Kawaii's Hanamizuki. Welcome everybody! Welcome, welcome! At last, Onigashima Monday. It feels like it's been 89 years since we had one. Which, you know, cannot be helped, but also, I am glad to finally be back at it. So, today, we are here for one purpose and one purpose only. The Emote Wars. As you can see, we have a versus screen that I will be putting the emotes onto. We'll be versing them 1v1 at first, so that we can narrow down our candidates from 10 to 5. And then, you guys are going to get to vote on the loser. We'll have a top 5, you guys will get to vote on the one you do not want. We will have an ultimate loser. And then we will rank the remaining 4, based on the ones that we wanted the most. Like, we'll just have a poll for the last 4, and that'll determine their rankings on the final podium. Sounds fun, right? Also very simple. I wanted to do it more tournament style, but I couldn't find a good bracket for what I wanted. Apparently it's really hard to find good 10-team brackets. But I think it's pretty straightforward. But first, many of you have not actually met the competitors, so I feel like we should introduce them. I think we should introduce the competitors for those of you who have not gotten the chance to meet the funny little guys that are going to be participating today. So, let me go ahead and get them for you. A round robin would work better than a bracket, but that also takes a lot longer. I was thinking that too. I was like, should I be doing a round robin? But then I was like, that would take literally forever. And I love you guys, and I love spending time with you, but do I want to spend that much time? I don't know. Alright, let me get the little guys. Here are our 10 competitors. Choose your fighter! So, these emotes are not made by Ali Woli-san. They were made by another artist. But these are our options. These were still chosen by you guys. I had a post on my YouTube community tab where you guys could submit your ideas for emotes that you wanted to see. And here are the results. Clearly we need 10 slots. We'll get there one day. But unfortunately, we only have 4 today. Because I do not have enough members to get the other slots. But that's alright. It's okay. So, out of these 10 competitors, 4 will win. Me in the top left. Okay, so we have Damadachi Cheer, featuring our little purple guy, our little, our initial member. We have Damadachi Zoom, which is our little green guy. That is the basic follower. That's the Damadachi I have next to me. My funny little guy. We have Neuron Activation, represented by the Shadowfire, which is the tier 2 members. We of course have Cool Damadachi, once again represented by the little green one. We have Panik, which is represented by the Soulfire or tier 3 members. We also have the Note Taker, represented by Shadowfire. We have a Bonk. We have a little Bonk hammer, dedicated once again to our default little friend here. We have a Comfy, and then we also have Wave, both represented by our little purple friend. And then of course, Damadachi Knife, once again represented by Soulfire. I tried to kind of make it balanced as best as I could by making it so all of the colors had representation. And also, there was something else I wanted to say about this too, but oh right, yeah. So they have like actual characterizations in my head. If you notice in some of the thumbnails when I include all of the little Damadachi, they have their own like set personalities. So when I sent these to management to get them commissioned, I wanted to keep their characterizations in mind. So, this is kind of like the general vibe of each of the different Damadachi colors. So you can kind of guess that green's kind of the more goofy one. They're a little bit silly. They're the ones that are most likely to zoom, say things like "Ayo" if they hear something suspicious. Also the ones most likely to get bonked. And then we, of course, have the next tier up, which is the Oni Light, purple. They are very cozy, they're kind of soft and affectionate. They're also very, very supportive, which is why they are also represented with the very over-exaggerated cheer. But they are the very, like, soft, affectionate one. They're kind of the one that's, like, cuddling up to me the most in a lot of my thumbnails. Shadowfire is a little bit on the kudere side. They are a little bit more expressionless. But that doesn't mean that they're not also just a little bit silly. That's why they are also Neuron activation. And then, of course, Soulfire. Soulfire is meant to be the more, like, smiling. They're like the character that always has their eyes closed while they smile, but then when their eyes open, you know something bad is going on. So, they are both Panik, because they're just like, oh gosh, oh no, oh goodness. But then also they hold the knife, because secretly they are the most, fiercely protective. Perhaps to the point of, a little bit of violence, a little bit of destruction, a little bit of chaos. You know how it is. Eyes open, real stuff is happening. Exactly. So that is kind of their vibes, and that's why when I was submitting the emotes, I wanted to make sure they were all represented equally. So I chose the types, I chose the expressions that I thought suited each one. And I think they turned out really cute. I am very grateful. I think that they turned out wonderful. I'm gonna have to poke management a little later so that I can get the proper credit so I can add it to my description. But as a reminder, we may have 10 available options, but only 4 will actually be able to take over the slots. Because as you guys know, we have 4 emotes that are going to be replaced in this particular stream. We have the default images of both the Damadachi, the Oni Light, and the Shadowfire, and then also we're getting rid of foreheads. Say goodbye to these 4 emotes. These are the 4 emotes that we are sending to the Shadow Realm today. Rest in Ripperino. They are gone. Deleted. Sent to space. For now. Until we need more placeholders. But those are the 4 slots that are going to be sacrificed. And we'll be replacing them with one of these 4. One of these 4 lovely competitors. Looks like they're going to the Shadow Realm. Indeed, that's the plan. Okay. So, we are going to go ahead. I'm going to be loading them in no particular order for these first 1v1s. We are going to be doing 5 matchups of 1v1 with all of these emotes, and you guys are going to pick your favorite one, the one you'd like to see progress the most. And then, once we have a top 5, we will be picking a loser. And then once we decide the loser and we have our 4, we will do a popularity vote, and that will be the order that they are lined up on the pedestal. Okay, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I am ready if you guys are, so I'll go ahead and get this reference off the screen, and I'll start loading in the competitors proper. Watch my favorite faces face each other first round. Well, like I said, no particular order. I believe. Round 1. Let's go ahead and get the little creatures. I need my fight pad. Alright, let's see. Who should go up first? Let's do... maybe we'll do it with this one first. Comfy. You're up first. Bam, bam. Versus. But who is Comfy gonna go up against? Versus... Things are about to get super uncomfy. I should have gotten one of the other girls to be an announcer. That would have been funny. Let's do this one. Cool. For Shades. I don't know what we're gonna call it once they're actually added onto the channel yet. So we've got Comfy versus Shades. I'm gonna start a poll. Cool, Dachi? That's so true. So in the battle of Comfy versus Shades, who will win? Cast your votes. We vote for the loser? Not in this one. You're gonna vote for the loser once we get a top 5. Right now you're voting for who you want to win. Right now you are voting for the one you want to have win. You only vote for loser once we get to top 5. See, I like both of these. They're very, very cute. I love Comfy's little, like, flower, like the little, that is, like, a common, like, relaxed, what would I even call that? That is, like, a common symbol for relaxation in, like manga drawings and stuff, so I think it's a nice little touch. And then also I really like the sunglasses, of course, because that's just a smug guy. Although I guess if I wanted to sway your votes in any particular direction, I'm not sure how often we would need something like Shades. I can't really think of times besides like when you guys tell puns or dad jokes. We're Comfy a lot more often than we are cool. Well, I wouldn't say that. You guys have moments of being kind of cool, I guess. But I do kind of agree that I think that Comfy might be a little bit more frequently used. I think it would get more overall mileage. But I would be happy either way. I do still think these are quite cute. Comfy goes well for Comfy games. This is true. And we do know that I do like my Comfy games. Be honest, how often are we going to need Riz emote for chat? Ouch, but fair. Do you think this one could also mean Riz? That's true. It does have that kind of like smug, hey baby girl, let me whisper in your ear type energy. Which I'm sure you guys would like to play with whenever you thought you were being cool or smooth. What do you mean we're always cool? Huh. I suppose. Dama Cool is very Johnny Bravo adjacent. That's true. He looks like he respects women, maybe. He's a little confused, but he's got the spirit, perhaps. Not the hey baby girl. When is the last time Kaya even brought out Carl? I am pretty sure Carl is dead. Whoa, mama. Man, Johnny Bravo was a good show. This is a woman respecter channel. This is true. We are a woman respecter. We are a woman appreciator. We are carers of women. Hi, Reina. Hi, Sunrays. Hope you had a good stream. Welcome in. We are voting on the 4 emotes that are going to replace some of the ones that are in our current repertoire right now. Thank you very much for the sun raid. Hope you had a good stream. I hope you guys were having a fun time over at Reina's channel. Hope you had fun. Here's your announcer. Reina, Shia, Nami? Oh, was it a collab? I thought it was just a solo stream. What are these emotes going to replace? These emotes are going to replace the default reference images for the Damadachi, the Oni Light, and Shadowfire, and they're also going to be replacing Forehead. These four. These are the ones that are getting replaced. We are sending them to the Shadow Realm, where they belong. So, yeah. It was solo, and then it wasn't. That's fair. Understandable. I hope you had a lot of fun hanging out with everybody. As long as Pensive stays, you guys hit the incentive to make Pensive stay, so Pensive isn't going anywhere. Pensive will not be leaving. Not that I really see people use Pensive that much anymore. But no, Pensive isn't gonna leave. Okay. I'll let the votes stay open for a little bit longer, although it looks like we already have a majority. Thank you, I was worried. It's not going anywhere. But you guys might want to use Pensive more to justify the fact that you donated enough for it to stay. Shade's combo would go crazy in chat. It would! This is true. I was saying that they would get the most mileage out of it when they're trying to be smug, or smooth, or have riz, or whatever the kids say these days. But it looks like we have a majority vote, and we have hit about 5 minutes, so I will go ahead and close it. But it looks like the winner is Comfy! I'm sorry, Shades. Maybe next time. You'll have to be one of the ones that waits for another slot. Good try, Shades. Otsu. But it looks like Comfy moves on. Comfy is part of the top 5. I will make a note of this so that I can be ready for when we are doing our loser vote. Our freaking loser vote. Okay, so Comfy made it. Next up. At least you look cool while being banished. This is true. Temporarily in the Shadow Realm. But alright, let's go ahead and pick our next competitors. Let's see. Let's do Knife. Let's give Knife a chance in the ring. He did bring a weapon to the fight, so I feel like he has a bit of an unfair advantage. But who is going to be facing off against Knife in this epic fight of fights? Neuron activation. We are activating our neurons. Will it be enough to make it through this battle? Knife versus the mind, so true. Okay, then we do this. Alright. Vote now on your devices. Knife got a bad matchup. You think everybody's gonna pick Neuron? This might be closer. We'll see, we'll see. I can kind of see where the poll is going right now. I do have a vague sense of where everything is headed. Knife for Dark Yuno Core. That's what I'm saying. Honestly, I feel like Knife has a good, like, subtle expression to it. It's just, like, smile but violence. I do say smile with the intention of violence very often. Like, usually when I say smile, it's because I am on the verge of losing it. Meanwhile, I feel like Neuron activation kind of overlaps with one of the other emotes that's going to be competing. So it's kind of hard to say. And Dev could see you with that expression and weapon. A weapon? But why would I have a weapon? But why would I have a weapon? I now fear every smile you do. Now, what do you mean, smile? What do you mean? There's nothing to be afraid of. No need to fear. No need for concern. You like using your hands? I like how that's what you gleaned from that statement. If you ever play horror games, the knife would fit. If I was playing horror games, I would need an emote that's like a Damadachi screaming. I like both of these, but Neuron Activation is probably my favorite of the bunch. Understandable. I do think Neuron Activation is quite funny. Although I'm not sure how well it's going to read as a small chat emote. I think the problem is that because it's such a niche thing, it might not show up very well, like as like an emote in chat. The readability is a little bit, might be a bit difficult for some. The only thing sharper than my tongue is all rusty versus the gentleman respects the bonk hammer but also the thighs. Don't worry, the text will be just a red blob. This is true. It's like the text on this, you won't really be able to see what it says. Yeah, but you can still see the reverse. Like the fact that it's an Uno reverse card, so you can still kind of tell what it means. Honestly, though, you're right. I did not realize that Yuno Reverse had text on it at first, especially because I always see it so tiny. YouTube emotes are so small. Real! I wish they were bigger. I get why they're not, but, like, they're so tiny. You're the smallest little guys possible. They're so tiny, teeny tiny. But I do think for overall readability, Knife is probably the smarter choice. Yuno Reverse has text on it? It does! It actually says reverse in the back. Hold on. I will show that to you while we wait for the more votes. We wait for more votes. We pull up Yuno Reverse. Or it's because the text works as like a flashy background. Yeah. I do think that that's why it turned out as good as it did. You can't see it super well in the chat, but I will make it a bit bigger. Sorry, he's tiny. But yeah, you can see the reverse here. Well, you actually can't see it because I can't show you my cursor right now. But you can see the reverse. I think it also says Yuno behind my head. But you don't really notice it because when it reads as an emote, it just kind of looks like a flashy background. It has text, yeah! Crazy, right? Yuno Reverse, I just clocked that. I am glad that you caught on. I do think it's very funny. All this time I thought the dark green was your body and you were a chibi. Well, it is kind of my body. It's my sleeve. I'm like, I'm about to play a reverse card and ruin your whole career. Definitely Knife because of readability. I would say I agree with you. If I was allowed to have a say in the vote, I probably would be picking Knife. But alright, let's go ahead and get rid of this. It's in the way of the verses. Alright, 5 minutes have passed. We've got our votes in. And with a surprising, very slight advantage... Can I take back my Neuron Activation vote? If you want to? I don't know if that really changes the outcome, though. I don't think that changes the outcome, unfortunately. Run it back? Do you want me to actually run the votes back? If you guys just want to acknowledge that Knife should win, then we could just stick with knife. Now with proper arguments. I mean, I'm willing to rerun it if you guys want. You just gotta tell me. Knife should win. Knife should win. Okay, okay, okay. Fair enough. Sorry I ever doubted you, Damadachi. Here's my case for Neuron thighs. Okay, well, see, the thing about Neuron, though, is that you will have another emote that is quite similar to Neuron. Democracy. Okay, I'm gonna run it back. I think we will ignore the results of this poll. Always do a last chance qualifier for the 5 losers. I suppose that's true. Instead of you guys voting for a loser, do you want to have like a final round? Like last chance for the losers? I guess it depends on what you guys want. I like that idea. Okay. I will keep the losers in mind then. We will vote for... We'll figure this out as we go. Let me at least narrow this down to 5, and then we'll figure out where to go from here. But it looks like Neuron activation won for the sake of this one. We'll start narrowing it down later. Let's at least do the simple part first. That'll also give us an even 6 for the finals to match up 1v1. Oh, true. Okay. Sorry, Knife, you did not win this round, but you will get a chance in the loser's bracket. Let's do... Bonk. That big old Bonk over here. And also... Bonk's competitor. Wave. Round 3, let's get crazy! Let's get absolutely silly! He's already taking damage, this doesn't bode well. Taking damage before the fight even starts. And he's just going up against a polite little lad. Can the Bonk emote be named Magic? Yeah, sure, we'll call it Oni Magic. Damadachi only become more powerful by having your skulls kicked in a bit. I don't know about that. I don't want to do that to you guys. You're just little creatures. Is the polite lad too polite? Does he have that rage in him? Well, I have said that he is the sweeter of the Damadachi characters. So it's hard to say. I think he would probably have at least a little bit of rage inside. Squeaky hammer. Pika-hun! Did Damadachi even have skulls? I asked you guys to determine if you had craniums. I never got an answer. Why are we here just to bonk versus I'm just happy to be here? Depends on if Purpladachi is sweet to everyone or just with Yuno. I haven't really thought that far. Onilight is really affectionate towards Yuno, though. We have fire cartilage. We'll go with that. What are the emotes fighting for today? A right to be an emote that we use immediately. Because we only have 4 slots that are replaceable right now. So, since we only have the 4 slots, we have to pick a top 4 out of the 10 emotes that we got. And I'll hold on to the other 6 for whenever we get more slots. Power of covalent bonds or something. So true. They are fighting for the right to party. They want to go crazy. Ah, go stupid. But yeah, the girlies are fighting. They are fighting for their place. You gotta fight for your right. I understand the reference, but that's the only part I know. Okay. The little Damadachi next to me is just like, he's looking very smug. I do not know what his intentions are. Are you voting, little guy? Who are you voting for? He will not answer me. He looks away whenever I look at him. All I hear is the Killer Instinct theme in the back of my head. That's fair. Although it looks like we have a pretty clear advantage right now. Even just a couple of minutes in. I can tell which one is going to win. He knows it is rigged. This is so true, but technically it's rigged in his favor. Little Damadachi pitting his fellows against each other. He's like, hee hee, violence! As expected of my little follower. I vote no cranium, diffuse nerve net like a jellyfish. Oh no, they're squishy. Like all Damadachi, he gets shy around pretty girls. Dang. Does that make me also a Damadachi because I get shy around pretty girls? Am I somehow also a Damadachi? How did this happen? We are violence enjoyers? I think you guys just want to be bonked is the problem. No, you are a pretty girl. You're an honorary one? Thank you! I am glad to be considered honorary. I think no in the same way that 1 isn't a prime number, but it both is and isn't at the same time. If you don't support yourself, what are you doing? So true. I am my own tier 3 subscriber. Real. Also, I do agree with one of the boys female. That's how I have always been. I'm one of the guys. Just one of the dudes. Parentheses, cute girl edition. Okay. Looks like we have a pretty clear victor. You can actually join your own membership on YouTube. I know you can sub yourself on Twitch. I cannot join my own membership, no. And I believe the way it works on Twitch is once you open subscriptions, I think you're just automatically put into your own tier 3 as like a complimentary thing. Or like whatever your highest tier is, you're like put automatically in there. But for YouTube, no, you cannot member yourself. I do not count as a member. Though I still get access to all the members only content, so heh heh. Joke's on you. I get members content for free. I know because I made it. Okay. It looks like with a very clear victory, Bonk, you are proceeding to the top 5. Let's go, Bonk! For free? Yeah, for free. Because I make it. I see it from beginning to end. I see every work in progress. I see every step of the process. I see all. It caters also to me specifically. Yeah, Bonk it home. My guy just did not have the hatred. It's okay. We still have the losers. We'll be able to vote the losers through. It is okay. Well, for now, let us do... Sorry, I'm keeping track in my head of all of the ones that I've already put up. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we still have these two and these two. Okay. Okay, let's do... Note taker. A very studious fellow. He is paying attention to all of the things that I am yapping about. He is taking notes. He's like, okay, so this is the things that, the Yuno Hanaki likes. Versus. Write that down! Did he pay attention in self-defense class, though? That's a good question. We will find out. Because he's going up against... Cheer! Who is still one of the funniest emotes I've ever seen in my life. I love the, like, raw, visceral detail of this. They followed the reference so precisely. I love this guy. The important stuff is in green versus... I love the intensity of Cheer, so do I. It's literally the best. I love it so much. I like notes a lot too, though, is the thing. I really love how cute that Otimo is. I like it a lot. Let's fucking go. Yeah.
An offering. Thank you so much.
Well, sort of. It's similar, but not quite. Oh, guys, go to there some seriously convincing reasons. I do so many teaching adjacent streams that you do need an emote for taking notes. I yap so much that you need to show that you are listening. That is the argument. Also, Damadachi, thank you for the $20. Let's go! I see, you are trying to steer the votes in your favor. You are trying to use monetary incentives. You're looking to give monetary incentive. Naruhodo. I like notes, but Cheer is actually too good. It really is. A bit of an unfair matchup, honestly. I think both are good, but in this case, Let's Fucking Go is better. Let's go! Anything in Cheer's path is getting demolished. It's just the way of things. Well, hey, at least it means that you guys like it. That makes me happy. Who seeded this bracket? Me, I did. And I seeded it by picking at random. Sorry. Since we decided that we're also going to have a loser's bracket, I think it's only fair that we, let me pick these. I'm literally grooty for this moment. Can you imagine? The desire to cheer for Yuno Hanaki is so strong. That's actually terrifying to think about. I don't know if I like that anymore, actually. You guys know those cursed edits Aonia did around the time of their anniversary where they edited Nene to have teeth? I feel like that's kind of like what I'm thinking about when it comes to Damadachi with teeth. I don't know if I like Damadachi with teeth. It only works for this emote and this emote specifically. I don't think I want them to have teeth any other time. I don't like it. Illusions will be kept spare for when you get more slots, right? Yes! As stated, we are, voting for the ones that are getting added right away. And then once we get more slots later, assuming I am ever able to get more members, fingers crossed, we will add the other emotes. Thank you for checking. But yeah, if we ever get more members and more slots manage to be unlocked, then we will be able to add the other emotes. Or who knows, maybe around the time of like the 1 year, maybe we'll decide to replace some of the old Yuno ones. We will see. It's not nearly as like clear cut as I thought it would be. I mean, it's still a pretty obvious victory, but I'm surprised it wasn't more unanimous. Let's go! Let's freaking go! Looking for group! Not 100%. Yeah, that's the thing that surprises me. I thought it would at least be like 90%. That's okay. It's no big deal. Goes to show that you guys do like the Notebook guy. I like him too. I understand the write that down vote since it has use cases. For sure. No, trust me, I agree. I also think it has its use cases. But I also think that Cheer might have more use cases. Begone breadstick for actual light sticks. That is also a good argument. This does have actual light sticks in it. Note can still come up from behind. It says there's a 24% chance of it happening. Oh, honey. I don't think you know what the vote means. I don't think you know what this means. You sweet summer child. It's okay. Alright, but we've hit 5 minutes. Which means Cheer is progressing. Let's go, Cheer. Let's freaking go. Looking for group. I hate these fractions. Yeah. Obviously. Okay. And then... Notes is not leaving. Notes is just hanging out at home. Taking notes where he belongs. Okay. And then last but not least, we have Zoom and Panik. He's not dead, stop! Notes is fine. He's taking notes. I feel like eyes is a bit too similar. You mean too similar to Neuron activation, right? That was my argument earlier when I was trying to argue in favor of knife. If Zoom wins, we're going to be stuck with two emotes that kind of mean the same thing, I think is the problem. But it's okay. I like eyes more than the Neuron. Should have revoted. Do a runoff between them? This is true. If we assume that Zoom wins here, we'll do a versus with just Zoom and Neuron. Although I'm pretty sure we know who will win. Why not do Neuro versus Zoom? Yeah, we'll do it like that. I was about to write Neuron early, but no, we're giving Panik a fighting chance. Panik. I like how reserved Panik is also, though. I think that vibe is really funny. I like how it's like, oh no. Because I feel like that fits the general vibe of when I start to panic. It's usually just like, ah, oh no. I love Panik, yeah! I wanted it to look as close to the meme as possible, but it was kind of hard to convey that, because, like, because of the way the emote is, it kind of needed a mouth. So it was kind of hard to make it close to the original meme, because the original meme has, like, a closed mouth. But, like, we still needed a way to express the distress. Panik is going to need to get some composure, and Zoom needs to look away from the thighs. I meant the paid Zoom is too similar to the free Zoom. I mean, that's partly why it's here, though. So that way you get a special, like, Yuno version. It's meant to incentivize people to become a tier 1. It's meant to incentivize people to get the emotes. It's okay if you want to stick to using the free ones. By no means am I here to pressure you, but, like... the partial appeal of some of these emotes is supposed to be that you will want to get the tier 1 membership so that you can use the specialized version. I hate typing eyes. Emotes better, real. I felt that. Also, what could be funnier than Damazoom? Damazoom. It's just fun to say. Fun to conceptualize. And also, imagine how funny the Zoom and the thighs emote will look next to each other. Personally, I think that combination would be quite funny. Maybe a little bit silly. Damawooga! So true. I should call it that, actually. We all know what that Damadachi is looking at. Yeah. My tattoo. Already sold. That's what I'm saying. It makes perfect sense. Dama awuga buga viva la Japon. Unfortunately, there is a very strict character limit for emotes, so I cannot fit all of that in. The most we could maybe get is Dama Japon, but I feel like that would look very silly, and nobody would understand what that means. Unfortunately, that would be too niche. We need to make it fit. We could, like, make it abbreviations, so it would be Dama, A-B-V-L-J, which is still very weird. Yeah, see? O-B-V-L-J. That's why I like Neuron is tier 2, Same React is tier 1, at least internally. Yeah. That's why I characterize them that way. Like, tier 2 is just as silly as the Damadachis. They hold it in better. Now it sounds like they're having a fit. OBBLJ is something they explain to you in a Summoning Soul video. This is something that it feels like they tell you about in, like, a really long video essay for sure. It gives me, like, 3-hour essay vibes. You have to go through each letter. Hi, Spider-Man. Welcome. It's always so funny when Spider-Man decides to appear. I'm just like, taking a break from fighting crime to watch a VTuber? I mean, me too, to be honest with you. I would also take a break from fighting crime to watch a VTuber. Vibes. I do the pointing meme IRL whenever I see Spider-Man. Spider-Man! It's him! It's the guy! The man! I thought you were the one committing crimes. Shh! Shh, no I'm not. I don't commit crimes. I finish them. Anyways. Looks like we have our winner! Woo! Looks like we have our winner! Woo! Zoom, of course, is the winner! To the surprise of no one! And we'll do a quick runoff. I think finishing crimes is committing them. No. I finish. Panik me when I'm about to be cast into the abyss. I'm sorry, Penny. You will have your chance. We still have the losers bracket. For now, though, can I have Neuron activation back to the floor? Neuron activation back to the floor, please. Yes, thank you, sir. All right. Does Yuno own an Onigashima version of a Death Note? Instead of killing, it makes you read. What does that mean? I write down your name in my Death Note, and it means that you suddenly have the urge to read a novel. What do you mean by this? That's funny. I like that. Time to wriggle with the kawaii talents in there. Red Note! Oh my god! Instead of Death Note, it's Red Note. I'm gonna scream. That's so funny. Can these two emotes swap places so they're looking at each other? Okay. Okay. That's easy. I hope that's better for you. Why do I suddenly want to read Amnesia? Gotta pick up. Do you have to specify a reading method? No, it just gives you the urge to actually read something for once. I don't think I can control what specifically you want to read, but there is something very funny about it being a notebook that forces you to read a otome novel, or like a visual novel. Why do I suddenly want to read Bustafellows? Huh, that's weird. Why do I have Bustafellows in my cart? 6 times. What happened? I blanked out. Anyway, I need to stop getting distracted by the silliness of this idea. You can feel the romantic tension? That's true, but they are unfortunately star-crossed lovers because only one of them can survive. I suddenly have this overwhelming urge to romance anime men. No, 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 no. It still has to be about reading. Maybe it'll be like, huh, suddenly I want to read a shoujo manga? Suddenly I want to read a shoujo manga from beginning to end? How long is Akatsuki no Yona? I wonder where I could find the light novels for Hyoka. It's just an endless spiral of media that I am into that you decide to want to consume. I'm getting the urge to read the Iliad. So true. Suddenly I want to read a book and walk into a cage. Shut up! It's not always about the cage. No. You can make people read bad novels as punishment. Huh, why do I suddenly have the urge to read all of the Twilight Saga and the sequel books and the version of the book that was written in Edward's POV? That's so weird. But I have to read all of them in the next, like, 10 minutes or I'm gonna explode, I think. If we read My Immortal, we'll lose the urge to read again. Yes, that's the only way to cure it. But the problem is that means that you have to realize that the cure is My Immortal, which you'll never figure out. You'll never figure it out. Because no one would ever willingly go seek out My Immortal. Panik, wait, no. Why is the ingredient list on my shampoo bottle suddenly so enthralling? Okay, but like... Sorry, I was gonna say something and I don't know if this is something that only I do. I realized I'd be exposing something about myself and I don't know if I want to do that. Maybe not. Maybe I will reserve that thought for now. It was about to be very funny though, for the record. It was about to be a very funny thought, I think. Even if nobody related to it but me. If the subject of reading is not specified, the target may read any work including manga. If the target is specified, the person will read the specified book if at all physically possible. Okay, but it was funny though. Yeah, it was very funny. That's all you need to know. It was funny. I just decided not to say it. You're not allowed to say it would have been funny and not say it. Yes, I am. It's my stream. I make the rules. I decide the rules around these parts, buddy. I hate to break it to you, but I do. To be continued. Is that JoJo meme? So true. I am Dama Knife right now. No! You can't threaten me to tell my to make my comment. I was just going to say though, like I mean, I don't think it's that bad to say. I feel like there have probably been worse things that have been discussed on a stream before. Anyway, when you're in the bathroom, do you ever get so bored that you like read the backs of like the shampoo bottles that are on the side of the tub? I know there used to be like a thing where people would keep like magazines and stuff in their bathrooms so that they had like a little bit of light reading in case they had to be in the bathroom for a long time, but like we never did that growing up in Onigashima. So like the option was really just reading the shampoo bottles, and so I would do that all the time. It's pretty normal, I think. Okay, phew. I thought it was going to be abnormal and everyone was going to be like, what? But also I am now realizing that some of you bring your phones to the bathroom. Which, I mean, I'm not going to shame you for it. I did it for a long time too. I'm trying to not do it anymore. I try to do it as like little as possible. Because I know it's like gross. So I'm trying to not do it, but like sometimes the urge still takes over and I end up bringing my phone in regardless. Watching anime in the shower. Okay, that's different. I have like it's not like a tray, but I have like a place where I can set up my iPad when I am taking a bath and I can like watch a show. It's not in the tub with me, but it's like, it like sits on that little table near the tub, and then like while I'm soaking I can watch a show. That's different. Like watching stuff while you are like bathing or like cleansing yourself, like that's fine, I think. Although I find it weird if you actually bring it like into the shower. I think if it's outside the shower, that's fine though. Also, no, I'm not shaming you for bringing it into the bathroom. I just try not to do it. I was at said of the tone of this is fine, you are the weird ones. Because, like, why would you get your device wet? I would be too scared of the risk. Maybe I'm too clumsy. But, like, my brain immediately is just like, oh no, if I tried to bring it into the shower with me, it would get wet. I cannot bring it that close, otherwise it will get wet and I will explode. Have you ever read a novel in the bath, though? I see it in the anime. I have yet to, but I do want to, and there are these, like, trays you can get specifically for, like, having over your bath that are there for you to, like, read a book with. And I've wanted to get one so that I could read a book in the bath. So, like, no, but I have the desire, you know? I like having soaking type baths where I just kind of chill and like zone out for a bit, and I think having a book would make that even nicer. But I want one of those trays before I do it. I want it so bad. Just like how I want a similar type of tray for my bed. No waterproof books. Exactly. How do you grab the page though? Turning the bath into paper soup? You just never put your arms into the bath. You just soak the whole time and you just never put your hands down. Or I guess you could like have like a towel or something nearby to wipe your hands before you flip the page. At least that's how I would do it. Well, I don't know. Do I look like I know the science? Because I don't. Only played music in the shower. Visual stimuli would distract me too much. That's true. The shower playlist has to go hard, though, otherwise it's not worth it. Anyway, to the surprise of nobody, Zoom won. Let's go Zoom! 2 for 2! Goodbye, Neuron. So then we need to have another competition to decide the last winner. Because right now we only have 4 winners. Okay. I know you probably answered this lots already, but are you a Kindle or e-reader, Oni? I don't think I've ever had a Kindle. I don't think so. Or if I have, I never used it. Or it was like a really bad, like, knockoff Kindle. I don't mind ebooks though. Like, I don't mind reading books and like digital written content. I just don't have like a personal device to do it. I always kind of wanted a Kindle, but I think when I got one, it was like one of those knockoff ones because we couldn't afford the actual one, and it didn't work very well, so I didn't like using it. I think I'm more so an audiobook, Oni. I've always kind of had a secret desire to narrate an audiobook one day. I feel like that would be like way in the distant future, probably, and I would probably need like specialized training or whatever to do it, but I always kind of wanted to narrate an ebook. Or not an ebook, narrate an audiobook. I don't know how to talk, sorry. I guess if it was also an ebook, that's fine too. But like... I would have taken you for physical books, Oni. I do prefer physical books generally. If I have the choice to, I will get either my own hard copy of the book, or I will get a copy of the book from the library. Support local libraries. But I don't mind digital books. I feel like digital books are an important thing for like being accessible to certain kinds of readers, and I do think that they have like a lot of tools that make it really accessible for people who need to get back into reading personally. So I would never knock whatever it takes for somebody to be able to read a book personally. I am just a big advocate of people getting back into reading, so if that means that they can only read by using ebooks, who am I to tell them no? You know? The little Damadachi next to you made me think it was an earring, and now I think Damadachi earrings would be cute. Aw, that would be kind of cute. Especially because of all the different colors. My Immortal narrated by Yuno Hanaki. No. I don't think My Immortal was ever properly, like, published. Although I think there was someone who wrote, like, a non-fiction, like, biography about it. We know you're going to narrate a Homestuck. You'll be the longest audiobook narration. What do you mean, we know? What do you mean by this? Also, I don't think anyone who has ever tried to read all of Homestuck has ever finished it. Also, Homestuck is a mixed media project and not necessarily a novel. and therefore I don't think it would be very easy to narrate it, because there's also like visual media aspects that cannot be conveyed via text. I like e-readers because I can read at cafes without people seeing that I'm reading harem light novels. Yeah, see, that's the other thing too. Some people do like to read their silly little smut books. And sometimes you want to be able to read that in private without people being nosy about the title of the book you're reading. And I think that's fine. Don't underestimate Homestuck fans, they're terrifying. I would know. I was a Homestuck fan. Trust me, I'm aware. I'm just saying, like... I know of people who have been like, we're gonna read all of Homestuck beginning to end, and then they give up by like end of Act 1. I'm gonna narrate it beginning to end, and then they didn't. Was? Yes, was. I wouldn't say I'm that big of a fan now. I did like it during its prime, but I gave up on it after a while. It got really hard to keep up with the updates, and then they started releasing like the epilogues, which were like actual like novellas, and they were really, really long. And I was like, I can't read this. I don't have time. I was like, literally, I don't have time. And then I just never finished the epilogues for that reason. I started them, but they were going on for so long. It was kind of crazy. But anyway, I already know this about myself. I would not be able to finish reading all of Homestuck. I already know this about me. Okay. Let's take a look at the losers that we have. So we have Neuron, we have Shades, we have Panik, we have Notes, we have Comfy, and we have Wave, and we have Knife. So we have 3 competitors, I guess is what we'll do here. Or, well, 3 matchups, because we have 6 emotes. So we'll pit some of the losers against each other. Narrow it down to 3. And then maybe we'll have the last 3 fight for the last spot. Maybe? I don't know what I'm doing. I've lost track. You could say you got stuck. Shut up. Shut up. That's where you're supposed to say I got stuck at home. Don't we already have 4 spots secured? We do technically have 4 winners, yes. If you want to just go with the 4 that we already have, we could just do it like that. IDK, what I'm doing, I lost track me every day. Hi, Jay! Welcome! For those of you who don't know, Jay has actually mixed the childhood friend audio, roleplay audio thing that I did a few months back. Jay is cool mixer, cool guy. Very cool. It's like spotting a celebrity. Can we put the 4 winners on stream? Yeah, we can do that. No you? No you. And you know why? Because you're gonna get a cool guy wrench. It's rare that I do it for a cool guy, but cool guys do appear sometimes, so cool guy time. Congratulations. Yeah, the great sounding masterpiece. Get praised, get praised. I have actually been meaning to contact Jay to do more mixing in the future, so be on the lookout for that. But yeah, thank you for working hard on that stuff. The rare cool guy wrench. Yeah! It's rare, but it exists. Okay. Let's... let me get the winners on screen. So let me get rid of these ones. Goodbye, fellows. Alright, so we've got our winners. Which is... we have... Cheer. To the surprise of no one, we have Cheer as a winner. We have... Zoom. We have Bonk. Yeah, Bonk. I love how hard Cheer is going. I do too. It's the most extreme, I think, of some of the cheer emotes in kawaii, and that's why I love it. And then we have Comfy. These are our victors. If we are good with these 4, then that will be what we go with. Cheer even has the speed lines. He's going crazy. He's like, yeah! I'm actually happy with just these 4. I wanted Panik. It's okay. We'll just have to work hard so we can earn the next slots. That's all. And maybe, depending on how things go in the future, maybe if I open, like maybe if I use another... I was gonna say maybe if I, like, open Twitch, we can use the other emotes, but at the very least, I do have the other emotes still, so we'll be able to add them in later. No objections to these 4, we just need more slots. We really do. No, wait, only have 4, not miss a few good ones. Yeah, c'est la vie. These are the ones that ended up winning in the end. Just need more slots. Missed notes, but these are pretty good. I do think that they convey the vibes pretty well, overall. I will say. Okay. So let me open my YouTube studio, and I will go ahead and update these live. Say goodbye to your old friends while they are still here. The creatures. They are leaving us. Funny, the main colors got in green and purple. I think it makes sense. I think a lot of people associate green and purple with me the most. Shadowfire and Soulfire, even though they are tier 2 and tier 3, they are probably not recognized as much because I only really use them for members-only thumbnails. So it makes sense to me. Change the world. My final message. So true.
The Oni lights guide you back to
Oh, Skinhead, thank you for becoming a member of Shadowfire. Welcome, welcome. Okay, let me go to the page. Memberships. Customized perks. Emoji. Say goodbye. Forehead is leaving first, because of course it is. Okay, and then... do this. Do this. And do this. Yatta. Alright. Boot the forehead. Yeah, you booted the forehead for the last time. So it should be, if you refresh... I think we should be all good. I think they are all different now. Yes, they are. Let's fucking go! Yeah, go crazy! Go goofy with it. Go absolutely silly. So cute! Oh man, Damadachi looks so good in chat. Also, as expected, Damawuga with the thighs is perfect. Mods, emote spam. Mods, love the chatting emotes only. Looking for groove. They're so cute. I love it so much. But yeah, I'm going to poke management. I guess I can probably go ahead and do that now, although I don't know if the message will be seen. I'm gonna do it anyway. I send a quick message so I can add that as a credit. That will be added to the credits of my descriptions going forward, so that you guys know who drew the Damadachi emotes. See, we have our new fellows. We do! They're so cute. Look at them! They're so cute. They honestly do, like, pop out a lot on the page. I'm very happy about that. I use the dark theme on YouTube, so they pop out super well for me. I don't know how they look in light mode, but for dark mode, they pop out great. At first, I thought about asking the artist to make the green, to make the Damadachi like a darker green. But I realized that the lighter green would probably pop out like way better in terms of like chats. I think they turned out really good. Dark mode is the correct mode base. It's okay if you use light mode though, I won't judge. I just prefer dark mode. It's better for my little eyeballs. But yeah, I hope you guys like them. I hope we will be able to unlock other slots in the future so that the other 6 will get their time to shine in the spotlight. But otherwise, maybe we can just swap some of the older emotes out, like ones we don't use super often later, in case we want some of the other ones in too. But I'm glad that you guys like them. It took a little bit to get them from the Donathon reward that we earned these in, but I am glad that you like them. I hope you will get lots and lots of mileage out of them. Because they represent you guys. And they're very cute. I like them very, very much. Yeah. Look at all the comfies. I know you guys are usually using the Yuno Eat for comfy before, but now you have a proper comfy. Need us to unlock more so I can have the note-taking guy. Note-taking guy was very close. I think if we do get another slot, the notes is probably going to be the one that I add next. For the record, the remaining 6 I'm probably just going to add at my own discretion as we get slots. Actually, me. Fair. No, that's fair. That makes sense. We love a little Damawuga. But no, I was actually surprised how many people wanted the note taker. We will probably add him when the next slot opens. Notes should be next to support this. And then probably knife after. Just so we get representation from all the colors. But no, you turned out so cute. I love how they look in chat. I'm so happy with them. This will suffice for now. Yeah, sure. It's called Oni Magic. Somebody requested that it be called Oni Magic. And I think that's funny. So I went with it. We'll need it eventually for when Yuno goes on a tangent. Yeah. Maybe we'll think of another emote to replace in the coming weeks. That would be better to replace with. Because there are some that I know we don't use super often. Because I know we talked about maybe replacing fan. Although I'm not sure about it. I'll have to like look at some of these and think it over. For now though, I think we have a good set of emotes. Or just get more members. Chew is, I think, the least used. It's between that one and fan, I think. Love and Chew are kind of similar, that's true. One has a different vibe, though. We'll figure it out. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm really happy with this. Thank you guys for helping me pick. Fan we mainly use during the loading screen. This is true. It is the pre-stream guy. How about we get more Chew? Fan is for the culture. Well, yeah, it's because it's like the only way that I can express that I have a fan. I've tried really hard to make the fan part of my branding, but it's a bit hard because I don't have it as part of my normal model. She's onto us, as if I wouldn't be. I like the implication that I wouldn't be by now. Well, yeah, looks like we have our solid picks. Oh, oh, and there he is. Thank you for gifting 5 members.
The only lights guide you.
We have a long way to go before we're going to get any new slots, friends. But I appreciate the efforts. Thank you, thank you.
The only lights guide you back to me.
Like using fan when I'm feeling cheeky. That's what I intended it for. I wanted it to be a little... little bit of a smug energy. Let's freaking go! Looking for group! I wanted people who were here to enjoy the new emotes. True. Let's freaking go!
May the only lights guide you back to me.
Okay, well we set out and we accomplished the goal. So I guess we could call this a stream. It's a little bit earlier than I anticipated, but since we are happy with this set of 4, then that is what we will stick with. So, tomorrow is also probably going to be a short-ish stream. At the very least, it won't go super long. It'll probably go more for like the average length. But tomorrow is a vertical karaoke. We're gonna do some singing, which means you're actually going to get a lot of mileage out of Damadachi. Oh, Kira, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. Welcome to the Oni Lights. Let's freaking go! Looking for group! But yeah, we're doing karaoke tomorrow. So you're gonna get a lot of mileage out of the cheering emotes and probably the comfy emote if I sing comfy songs. I think I'm gonna pick a set list. Maybe I will have 1 or 2 requests open, but I think I'm gonna curate a set list this time because usually I do requests. But I think I will curate a set list for myself this go around. But for now, though, we will probably just go ahead and wrap it up here. You guys are getting so much mileage out of Cheer already. I mean, I knew Cheer was definitely going to be one of the ones that won, but it looks so good in the chat. I'm honestly so happy. You can tell all of the detail. It's so good. Yuno! Second! For real. But it'll be at the same time as always. But I have a meeting tomorrow night, so that's why the stream is probably not gonna be that long, because I need to have the energy and the motivation for the meeting. So we will be taking care of that tomorrow, and then of course the rest of the schedule was already posted on Twitter. I realized I forgot to post the schedule on the community tab and update the the free chat room, so I'm gonna go ahead and fix that. do not cheer for meetings. Y-U-N-O. Let's go. But yeah, that is the plan for the next couple of streams. I'll go ahead and update everything after this because I realized I didn't before. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and call it here. Thank you for joining me for Onigashima Monday. Feels good to be back in the swing of things for the most part. But yeah, thank you guys so much for choosing to spend time with me. I hope that you have a good rest of your time zone. And until I see you again, Yuno!